Hi everybody! How are you today? I have another Franklyn book for you. It's called Franklyn and Harriet. Franklyn and Harriet. Franklyn could count by twos and tie his shoes. He helped his little sister Harriet zip zippers and button buttons. He showed her how to play peekaboo and pat a cake. He read stories and sang songs to her. Franklyn loved his little sister, and he liked being a big brother most of the time. One day, Franklyn took Harriet outside to play. He pushed Harriet in her swing. He held her hand as she went down the slide, but he didn't see the puddle at the bottom. See the puddle? What's going to happen? "Oh no!" cried Franklyn. Harriet was covered in mud. Franklyn looked around. Maybe he could clean her up before his father noticed. Harriet rubbed her face and got it muddy too. Then she started to cry. "Please don't cry," begged Franklyn. He gave Harriet her blanket. He made funny faces, but nothing stopped her sobbing. Then Franklyn had an idea. He pretended that his stuffed dog, Sam, was a puppet. Franklyn barked. "Ruff, ruff." Harriet smiled. "Bad mud puddle," said Franklyn. Harriet giggled. She reached out to Sam and gave him a hug. "Whew," said Franklyn. He's being so kind. Franklyn's father laughed when he saw Harriet. "I think a bubble bath is in order." Franklyn was relieved. "Sam needs one too." "2 baths coming up," said Franklyn's father. Franklyn helped fill the tub and stir up the bubbles. He checked to make sure the water was not too hot and not too cold. He is taking good care of his sister. Just before bedtime, Franklyn couldn't find Sam anywhere. Finally, he spotted Sam in Harriet's crib. Franklyn wanted Sam back, but his mother didn't want to wake Harriet. Perhaps Harriet could sleep with Sam just this once, she suggested. Franklyn didn't like that one bit, but he didn't want Harriet to cry again either. "All right," he sighed, "only for tonight." Well, that is good sharing. The next morning, Harriet brought Sam to breakfast. "Thanks, Harriet," said Franklyn, reaching for his dog. But Harriet clung tightly to Sam. Franklyn tugged on Sam's tail. Harriet tugged back. "He's mine," said Franklyn. "No, mine," shouted Harriet. They pushed and pulled until something terrible happened. Oh, they were being a little bit selfish. What do you think happened? Sam's tail ripped right off. Franklyn and Harriet started to cry. "Oh dear," said their mother. "Can you fix him?" asked Franklyn. "I'll try," she answered. Franklyn gave Harriet a nasty look. Uh-oh. Franklyn's mother used small, careful stitches to put Sam back together again. "Good as new," she said. Franklyn put a bandage on Sam's tail and gave him a big hug. Harriet tried to hug Sam too, but Franklyn held Sam up high so she couldn't reach him. "It would be nice if you shared, Sam," said Franklyn's mother. Franklyn didn't think it would be nice at all. He held Sam tightly and stomped off to his room. Oh boy. I think Franklyn is angry. Franklyn decided that being a big brother could be a big problem. Harriet cried a lot. She needed to be watched every minute, and sometimes she was stinky. And worst of all, she thought that Sam was hers. So, Franklin did what any big brother would do. He put Sam in the toy box at the back of the cupboard, where Harriet couldn't find him. Uh-oh, he's not sharing, is he? Later, Franklin's mother asked if he wanted to go for a walk. "Is Harriet coming?" said Franklin. His mother nodded. Franklin sighed, but he got ready to go because he liked walks. Harriet put on her coat upside down and backwards. "That looks silly," sniffed Franklin. His mother laughed and helped Harriet with her coat. "Oh, I think that Franklin is holding a grudge." On their walk, Franklin picked a bouquet of dandelions for his mother. "Thank you," she said. "They're lovely." Just then, Harriet grabbed the flowers. "No, Harriet," said Franklin. "Those aren't yours." Franklin's mother smiled. "Harriet is still little," she said. "She needs to learn how to share." Franklin's mother took some of the flowers and tucked them into her hat. Harriet put her flowers into her mouth. Franklin hoped they taste terrible. Oh boy, Franklin needs to be patient with Harriet, doesn't he? They walked for a long time. Harriet began to rub her eyes and yawn. Then she got cranky. Franklin's mother gave Harriet her blanket, a cookie, and some juice. But nothing made Harriet happy. She started to cry. She got louder and louder. "Too bad Sam's not here," said Franklin. "He could make her stop crying." Look, he's covering his ears. He must think that Harriet is crying very loudly. Then Franklin had an idea. He put Harriet's blanket over his head and barked. Harriet giggled. "It's not Sam who makes Harriet happy," said Franklin's mother. "It's her big brother." "Really?" said Franklin. "Really," she answered. Franklin walked a little taller. I think that Franklin's heart was happy because he was kind. Franklin decided that being a big brother was a good thing after all. He liked to make Harriet laugh. Sometimes he even let her play with Sam. But Franklin always made sure that Sam was back in his room by bedtime. There is only so much sharing a big brother can do. Right. Sharing is good, isn't it? Wow, wasn't that a great story? Some of you are a big brother or big sister, and some of you have a big brother or a big sister. And if not, that's okay, because that was a good story about sharing, right? It's always good to share and take turns. See you later.